now, well, of course, because of COVID, mostly, we had a few backlogs that were created over the past years. But with this law, we hopefully see that this will be very mitigated, and therefore we as a group continue to put our efforts in developing the hospitality market in Portugal, using the Golden Visa as a way to finance ourselves to do so. But at the same time, creating very interesting vehicles for the investors, which is our very passive investments in a way, where everything is handled from our side, and investors will use that as a collateral to their Golden Visa processing. So we, as Raquel mentioned, now are investing into providing a fund, and this fund will be So this fund will now invest into 3 different business units, hotels that will be renovating in the coming months. So one of the things that we had prior to these changes, we're already offering Golden Visa access through hotels. So one of the things that we decided to do was to take out of this initial fund, which will hold 140 million, put into 3 different projects. One project that is the hotel, which will be the Bridgeview Hotel here in the city of Porto, and 2 other hotels which already have been 2/3 funded already. So providing additional safety to all the investors, knowing that these are mostly funded, so the projects are undergoing as we speak. So it's not really dependent on our ability to gather the funds to this fund in order to move forward with these developments. Anyways, one of the things that this fund will look like will be the investors will invest into 90% of the fund. So they will come in with 90% of the funds, and we will co-invest with additional 10%, with the other 10%. This means that we will bind with the investors, will be owners of 10% of the fund and invest 90%. And this out of 140 million will then be distributed by the different companies in the ways that you see here. 45 million for Free Bridgeview, Hard Rock will receive 60 million, and Alvor Beach Resort will receive 35 million. So the way I think it's completely different from the general funds is that we already know exactly where we'll be investing, because Mercan owns the Bridgeview, the Hard Rock, and the Alvor. And we already have a clear path of where the money will go. So it's not like you're investing and then we'll go into the market and check if there's anything open for investment and then deploy those funds. No, the investment fund will just already know, we already know where this money will go to. And how do we know that this is the amounts? Well, because there are appraisal reports into the companies that value the companies into those amounts where the fund will invest into. Actually, the appraisal is actually superior to what the fund will invest in, but actually the entire appraisal is 174 million, and this just provides this safety towards investors, knowing that the money that you're putting into this fund will be safeguarded by at least all the information that we are available to show from our side. Okay, so going more into the fund itself and how much, how it will actually be proposed for everyone. So it's a minimum period of 6 years. The fund size will be 440 million, and the investment which is eligible for Golden Visa is 500,000. As a management fee, it's only 0.5% to 25%. And this is something that is also different from, I'd say, the majority of the funds that are available in the market. And because this is the reason why it's very simple, the way that we use the money, it's already managed. It's already going to a proper location. So with the fund managers and FinProp in this case, they won't have to do much more, look for investment opportunities. So that's why there's just a very little money that has to be paid. And it's not by any investor. So this is paid by the fund itself. The fund generates this money and pays for the fund manager the 0.25%. So this means that for the investors, they only come in with 500,000 and they will receive 2% on a yearly basis, tax-free from the Portuguese side. And that's very simple. It's very clear from the start. It's very good and very rounded opportunity for everyone to join. There is no subscription fee. This is something that is also very good. And because we're investing into Mercan hospitality, the Mercan companies, they will offer a 7 days free stay, which actually amount to the number of days that you have to spend in Portugal. Okay, so there are two options for receiving the 2%. So either you choose one option, which is taking the 2% on a yearly basis, or you can select another option, which is just taking the 2% on the end when you actually are bought back. When your participation units are bought back at that time, you receive the accumulated 2%. And of course, if you maintain, as you can see here from the graph, until the year 8, you will get a bonus of additional 2%, or until 10, you get an additional bonus of 10%. So this means that you would receive the 500,000 plus everything that is related to the crewing that you have done until this far. Regarding the buyback, so this is something that we have always offered in the past, and we strive to continue to offer this. So the companies where the fund will invest into, the 3 business units, they will have, through contracts, they will contract with each individual investor saying that they will purchase back those participation units from the investors once you don't need the investment anymore. So this is a clear change as well from what you'd see in the regular market, as what would happen normally for a fund to purchase back, they will have to sell their assets in the market and then repay the investors at one given time. So the fact that we are able to buy back during the process, this will also allow for investors, and you can see here these are the exit dates, exit times, where from year 6 onwards. This will allow investors to actually exit at their own pace. So not everyone will exit at the same time. So normally, because you also have the Portuguese language test, you will be able to exit from year 6 up until year 12, depending on your family needs. And some are different than others. So in this case, we are able to provide buybacks at every 6 months instead of having to liquidate the fund, sell all the assets to pay all the investors at the same time. So this provides a lot of flexibility for the investors. And of course, those ones that are in a position to be here the fastest and provide the 5 years residency the fastest, they will also be the ones that will be getting their money back the fastest. So I believe that this actually provides a unique context to everyone that invests in the fund. And of course, there's here, from what it was happening in the past, where you have all these taxes, there's an additional bonus in the fact that it's very clean, in the sense that it's 500,000 that you put in and you don't have to pay additional taxes into this. So it's very neat. Outside of the legal fees that you would have to pay to Raquel, of course, this is the only thing that you would have to pay in the investment side. We dealing with regulators in Portugal. So the fund is managed by FinProp. FinProp is part of eProjects, which also is owned by KKR, so one of the biggest private equity funds in the world. Ernst & Young provides regular auditors to every 6 months to the fund itself. We have evaluation to the companies that are being done by RICS, people that are being doing this on a regular basis as well. And as a depository bank, we'll be using Bison. As I mentioned, this is something that has been already approved. The fund is already up and running. We have already several subscribers, and we are going in a very good pace. So we expect that by mid-June, end of June, perhaps, we'll already have this fund closed. So that's why we are already in working at our second fund that should be launching during that date. So we'll have something else to offer very soon. But going back to the investment, where are these hotels? So we'll go diving a little bit deeper into each one of these unique locations. So Hard Rock, this has been Hard Rock Hotel. This is in close in Portimão, close to Faro, in the south of Portugal. So in that area, which is super well known for its beaches, and this is going to be the first Hard Rock in Portugal. It's a beautiful hotel that faces the beach, and the fund will invest into a second part of the building, because this area here, as you can see here on the top left, this has already been sold to Golden investors, and we left out on purpose this part here so that the fund now can invest into and become owner of that area. The second project, it's Alvor Beach Resort. So this Alvor Beach Resort, it's not that far from the one in Portimão. It's a 5-star. It will be a 5-star hotel branded by an international brand, also like we have been doing so far. And similar to what happened with Hard Rock Hotel, we left a portion of the hotel out so that now the investment fund can purchase into that company and become owner of that area. So this is also a very beautiful property that is extremely close to the beach. And as I said in the beginning of the presentation, location is everything, right? So we are super well located next to the beach with very good accessibilities, and this hotel will become one of the most beautiful in Algarve for sure. And here in Porto, in the north of the city, so we have this new hotel, which will be starting from ground up, and we'll be rehabilitating the entire building that has existed there. And we're turning this hotel also into something that is will be a new brand, which we're not able to disclose right now, but we're super excited about it. And it will be also one of the very attractive property here in this North Portugal. This will be overlooking the river. I think the picture on the right really explains and gives a good view on what the view will be from this hotel. So we're very excited to start the construction of the rehabilitation very soon. And I think this is just to show you finally about our track record. So initially I mentioned that we've been doing a lot of hospitality, and we are currently one of the biggest in terms of in Portugal to actually manage hotels with international brands. With Marriott alone, we have 2 which are currently in operation, and 7 which are coming very soon over the next 2 years. With Hilton, we have 3 hotels which are currently in operation, and 5 more that will be coming in the next couple of years as well. This is something that you can also look not just online on booking.com for some of these hotels, but also in our webpage and our we put a lot of the rehabilitation that is going on our YouTube channel. So a lot of information for you to find out there and to see what we've been doing so far into Portugal. With IHG into the Continental, we have the Vignette with the Casa de Companhia, which this year it was elected to be a boutique hotel, the best boutique hotel in the world, which is very, very good. It's in a unique location in the city center of Porto. And we have 3 hotels from the Intercontinental that will open in the next coming months. Yeah, and as a wrap up, there are other brands like Hard Rock, Wyndham, and historical hotels are worldwide, which also under our umbrella. And I think this provides a good context of what we've been doing so far in terms of the hotel operation. And we really hope that you can be part of that, of the supporting us on that financing, and take the golden visa as a plus for you, and also to be able to visit these hotels here in Portugal when you come and visit. I think this is up to you now, Judith.